Hey guys, Magnus Robert here. So this video is finally here, the one that you guys voted for in the Discord server. But of course, because of the Van Houten's event and us getting 2 new Milhouse costumes, I had to postpone this video, do the other 2 that I needed to do. But now, finally, I've played through the Italian Milhouse costume, so I can finally bring you my Milhouse costumes ranked. So we're going to go from worst to best, in my opinion, the worst costume, right to the best costume. Obviously, this is all my opinion, so if you disagree, that is all cool. Tell me why you disagree in the comment section below. So let's start it off by giving you the very first costume, and in my opinion, the worst costume. Magic Act Milhouse. So, yes, this, in my opinion, is the worst costume. So what do I think is the worst? Well, I'm not a massive fan of the look, nor am I a massive fan of the animation. So the 2 animations are Fail at Magic, which I think is okay, but it's not great, and Get Shredded, which again I think is okay, but not great. The actual costume itself, I don't think looks that great. It's just Milhouse with a top hat and a cape on, really, being brutally honest. Yeah, now, it was originally added in the Burns Casino as an Act 1 prize, so you got it for free. It was added in the Treehouse of Horror XXVII for free. It was just given to you for free in the Angelica Button one. That was obviously the magic event thing. Then it was 45 donuts. Then it was 60 donuts. Then it was, that was in the following 2 Halloweens. Then it was 15 donuts in Thanksgiving 2018 and the All-American Auction, when you can get it in the mystery box. And then it was 20 donuts in Thanksgiving 2018 and All-American Auction if there was another mystery box where you could have got it for 20 donuts. So, yeah, I think pricing is all cool, but I just don't think this costume is particularly that amazing in terms of looks and in terms of animation and in terms of questline. So that is why I'm putting it right down at the bottom as the worst costume, but it's still not a terrible costume. There's some good factors in this costume for sure. Italian Milhouse, so this is the newest costume. I'm leaving it down here. The main reason is I just think it's not that great. It's okay. The questline was okay. The costume itself doesn't look that unique. It is just Milhouse with, again, a cape, I guess, a hat, and a cane. So, nothing too amazing. It's got 2 animations. Of course, one is a Talk with Hands, which it's nothing that great. It's, just him talking. And the other one is Walk Like a Don, which, again, is nothing that amazing. It's just him walking with his little walking stick with his cane. So yeah, I don't think it's that amazing. Obviously, it's a fairly new costume. It was given to us for free as an Act 4 prize. I really kind of disagree that this should have been the prize. I think that this should have been premium, really, just because I think it's kind of a cruddy prize for the final finale of the Van Houten Act Van Houten event, in my opinion. Yeah, just didn't think it was anything that amazing. So there's Italian Milhouse. Fit Milhouse is next. This was actually Milhouse's first ever costume, so it's kind of interesting. It was actually originally free in the yellow badge of cowardice, and then Tap Ball it was also free, and I believe it was added to the mystery box in the Van Houten event. So yeah, I just don't think, again, there's nothing that unique about it. It's cool anyway. We've got Milhouse in this kind of fit outfit, I guess. Obviously, it was done through a episode tie-in. It's an episode tie-in thing. We got 2 animations: Guzzle Sports Drinks and Work It. I don't think they're that great animations. They're okay, but nothing too unique, nothing too crazy, nothing too out there. I think that it's just fairly meh. So yeah, I'm gonna put Fit Milhouse, Fit trademark Milhouse right here. Lady Milhouse is next. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this one. It's okay. I think this is the lesser best costume that we got in the Game of Games 2. What I mean by that is we obviously had Cleric Marge and we had Lady Milhouse. Although Lady Milhouse, it's cool that we got it. I just think the Cleric Marge is 10 times better. I'm glad though that we have got Lady Milhouse. It's a cool-ish costume. Obviously you got Curtsy and Serve Mead. Those are the 2 animations. Pretty decent. Obviously, it was free in the Game of Games, the sequel event. So, but yeah, I think it's a cool costume. It's nothing amazing. I think it's it's not as good as Cleric Marge, but it's certainly a good costume. So yeah, there it is, Lady Milhouse. Radioactive Milhouse. Yeah, so this was a Halloween costume. It was given to us for 75 donuts in the Treehouse of Horror 2015. Then it was re-added for 65 donuts in the Magic one, I believe. Let me just double check. XXVVII, sorry. Then it was given to us again for 50 donuts in the following Halloween, and then also in the most recent Halloween. So yeah, it looks cool. It's him as Radioactive Man. That is awesome. I like the look of it. I think the look is a thumbs up. It's got 2 animations, Stand Up to Bullies, which is pretty decent, and Be a Hero, which I think is also, it's okay. It's 2, so 1 decent animation, 1 okay animation. But it has a 4th one, Pose for Cosplay Photos. So 3 animations, which is really, really awesome. I love it when a costume has 3 animations instead of 2. That's really great. The only reason why I cannot put it any higher is down to the price. So for 2 years in a row, it was added for obviously 75, then 65. I just think that's overpriced. Anything over 60 is overpriced in my opinion. Even 60, like, it has to be a good costume for it to be 60. I would say it's worth 60 at the most. So I think it was 5 donuts, which isn't a big deal, but then it was 15 donuts when it was originally added over the price. Then it kind of went down, so that's cool. It was also added to the yearbook for 30 donuts. So yeah, overall that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, that is it for Radioactive Milhouse. Decent enough costume. Cool Milhouse? I really like the Cool Milhouse costume. I think he looks pretty dapper. He looks like a dork at the same time. I think it's a fairly decent costume. Like, you can tell that this kid isn't really that cool, but he's trying his hardest. So, I don't know. There's something about the costume. I think just the look itself is pretty awesome. It's got 2 animations. The blow smoke rings with his inhaler, which I think is funny as hell, and the restart jukebox, which is, again, it's okay as well. It's kind of it's a unique-ish animation, you know. You don't have very many. It's not like, you know, the Italian Milhouse where it's like talk with your hands, where it's something that's not visually that amazing. I mean, at least there's a jukebox just randomly spawns. So yeah, I like the Cool Milhouse costume. It's pretty decent. Cool animations. Obviously, it was added for free in the Van Houten's event that recently just finished, or well, at least I recently finished it. Still got a few days left, but yeah. So yeah, Cool Milhouse, decent costume. Where Milhouse? There's something about this one. It's so funny. Of course, I believe it comes from the Halloween episode where where Lisa goes out with Dracula's son, right? That kind of Twilight parody. But it's at the end of the episode where Milhouse is trying his best to be a werewolf, where he is a werewolf, but he's like, he turns into a dog. And there's something, I think the animations are pretty decent. Obviously Feel the Change is a really, really funny animation, and Prowl Around is pretty decent too. 2 really great animations. There's something, what's the word? It shows the patheticness of Milhouse. That's what I think is good about this costume. And yeah, I think it's just a really decent costume overall. It was obviously added for free in the Act 2 Old Ruin Relic prizes. So obviously if you earn enough things, you got to get this prize. Yeah, I think it's a really decent costume. I really like it. I think it's funny as hell. It's a really cool costume overall. So yeah, I think it deserves number 2. So there has to be a number 1. We will have that drum roll right now. Sidekick Milhouse. Oof. So yeah, I was considering giving like, honestly, my original list was so different to this, and then I changed it when I was recording. I always do this, and I think the issue with these videos is my opinions just always change. Like, someone will mention something like, put up a good argument, and then I'll be like, yeah, actually, I agree with that. I'll probably change my opinions around. It's so kind of arbitrary, and it's so like, you know, what's the word? It's so subjective, this whole like thing. It's kind of tedious to even do this because I don't know, like my opinions change so easily. But I think I'm pretty confident putting this as number 1. Sidekick Milhouse. So I think the reason is, 1, it looks awesome. 2, I think it's perfect for the superheroes event. And when we obviously originally got it in the Valentine's Day 2015, until it was re-added in the superheroes event. But I think it's perfect for that kind of superhero kind of theme. You know, when Milhouse became the new Fallout Boy, that whole episode. I think that, you know, I like that episode. I think the costume looks cool as hell. Obviously, it was originally free in the Valentine's Day 2015. It was re-added for 35 donuts in the Superheroes event. It was given to you for 150 donuts in the Superheroes 2, but it did come with the Radioactive Man movie set, which is a building. It's kind of a cruddy building, and I think the costume, obviously, a costume building combo should be probably like 140, 130 in my opinion. So I'm like, on that really, but I think it's a little pricey, but whatever. And then Superheroes Return, it was added for 60 donuts. And then it was also added to the yearbook for 30 donuts. So I think, apart from that one time, I think the price has always been pretty reasonable. And obviously it was originally added for free. It's got 2 animations, Celebrate, which is I quite like, and Make a Heroic Escape, which is pretty decent too. 2 really cool animations. I really like the quest line for this costume as well. I think the quest line is really well written and pretty funny. And yeah, I just think overall this costume's really cool. I think it's a great costume for Milhouse, a character I normally am not a fan of. If anyone doesn't know, I kind of hate Milhouse, I'll be honest. So yeah, I like this costume a lot. So that is it for Milhouse's costumes ranked. Tell me your thoughts and why I'm wrong, and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Goodbye.